Hey there, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Water. Today we're going to take a look at the energy for you for like the next 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm recording this on June 4th. So this will be June, July is what they're telling me. I went for a walk this morning and I saw a lot of different things, and they told me to share. So they knew I was going to be recording today, and so it was kind of like there was going to be messages for everybody. All right, let's see what you have. So you have the daisies, ooh, wild jasmine, clover, the kinglets, fork in the road, and the unknown bird with the annoying repetitive call. We'll do him last. Well, next to last. All right, so daisies. Okay, it was the white daisies. It's the being open. It's being Aries. It's all sunny. It's that energy of the solar plexus. It's shining out there. It's being open and innocence and purity and new beginnings. And you have the wild jasmine. Now, wild jasmine attracts what it needs by being sweet, right? Also white, purity. So this feels like a real need to think about what do you need and how could you attract it? You catch more flies with honey, I just heard. Because you also have clover. Now, clover is lucky and clover is serendipity, but it attracts because it puts out a scent. It sits up there. It stands out, right? The balls of clover come up and they stand out. They're using the third eye chakra because of the purple in the color. And so there was, it's using your intuition to know how to express yourself in a way that's open and welcoming, and it's being vulnerable, I just heard. Wow, okay. So being vulnerable. I'm sorry I'm scratching like crazy, but Spirit is all over your reading already, and they're making me itch. So, attracting, not chasing. Attracting, not chasing, and paying attention. Paying attention to what you hear using your intuition. You have the kinglets. The kinglets are these small, tiny little birds that move very quickly. They have very high metabolism. They have to eat a lot. They have to be moving all the time. They're high energy. They're Aries. They have a little gold crown on their head. Again, that solar plexus energy. They sing the most beautiful song. They put out into the world what it is that they want. They're joy-filled. They're joy-filled. They really are. So there is a fork in the path. And what's interesting about this fork in the path is that it goes around and eventually it meets back up. So you can go one way or the other, but eventually you end up back where you're supposed to be. And so in life, you're being reminded that there are choices, but there's no such thing as a right choice or a wrong choice. It's just choices. And you will learn different lessons no matter which way you go, but you end up back where you're supposed to. We always end up back where we're supposed to. We always get nudged back onto the path, no matter what our decisions are. We came here to learn certain things. There was this bird, though, that sat up really high, and he was so high up I couldn't see really what he looked like. I'd never heard that bird call before. It was repetitive, it was annoying, and it felt to me like it was a warning. It's either like that annoying person that never shuts up, or it was this nagging feeling like something's wrong. There is a problem. There's something that needs to be addressed. What is it? What is it? And so we come back to the intuition. The need to follow your intuition, to look for the opportunities that are open up before you, to follow that inner guidance. There's like this nagging feeling like something needs your attention. Something needs your attention. It's not going to leave you alone until you handle it. So if it's a business call that you need to make, or You know, your mom wants you to call her and you haven't done that forever. There's something that feels like unfinished business that needs to be taken care of, and it nags at you and it doesn't let you rest fully. You can't fully rest because it just keeps nagging you, waking you up, calling out. You see it everywhere you turn around. This is one of those kind of situations. So what is that? So being willing to be open and vulnerable in certain situations, to find the joy again in your life, to understand that you will be put back onto the path. If you feel like you're off of it, you're not. You're just taking the scenic route. You will end up back where you belong. If there is a situation you need to be handling, something you haven't handled that definitely needs your attention. So your overall energy, we have the child. This is a new beginning, and this new beginning is, this little child is collecting eggs. So she's working in cooperation with the hen, gathering what she needs. So you have these flowers that attract by being open and vulnerable and being sweet smelling. Cooperation. It is definitely about being open to receiving, right? You can't take an egg from a hen. They have to lay it. You can't reach up in there and pull it out. So it has to be there. The opportunity has to be there, but you need to recognize the opportunity when it comes and attract to you those opportunities by networking by putting out there into the universe what it is that you want through gratitude. Interesting. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so gratitude's always a good thing. I'm just trying to think of which, I guess, recognizing when you're in the clover and counting your blessings, helps to magnify and increase and bring in more. All right, so so the key to this situation is we have the tree, but the tree is the winter tree, not the tree that's in growth. Okay. Interesting. All right, so this feels like it's about finances. This is not the first reading where finances has come up, but this definitely feels like this is around the area of finances. And so you're in the winter. Something feels stagnant, frozen, not happening. And you want to start gathering the eggs, right? Start gathering the abundance, but everything seems like it's frozen. And so the question is, what do I do about that? And so past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, actions. In the area of getting more information and knowledge, you have the rods, the whips, whatever you want to call it, but this is a straw broom and a wheel. Feels like the wheel of fortune, but you're going to have to move it. It's not attached to anything, and in order to get to where it needs to go, you're going to have to do the work. The floor doesn't sweep itself. You have to put in the energy. Whatever this is you have to put in the energy. I'm pausing because the thing I'm thinking about is almost like the bees, but the honeybee didn't show up. Okay, so if you are just sitting around waiting for the opportunity to come to you and you're trying to attract it to you, we have the daisies, the wild jasmine, the clover, but you have the fork in the path. And so there's a need to make a decision. I feel like you're stagnating and you're hoping to attract to you the information that you need, but you have to put in the work for whatever reason. You're in the area of transforming your situation, you have the tower. This tower is interesting because it's a fortress and it's got this path that's leading up to it, and it looks like it's blocked, right? Because the gate's closed. But see over the head of it, it's like a deer head with all these antennae up, the antlers. Um, but it's the skeleton. Oh my gosh. Okay. 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 Yep. Okay. All right. So what they're saying is that you have to ask for what you want. I feel as though you felt like nothing's happening, nothing's growing. There's this depressive energy, and you're being asked to open up to the joy, be open up to the happiness, to open up to what it is that you want, and to try to figure this out. And I think that for some of you, we have the fish in the area of anxiety. You have a lot of anxiety around abundance. And how to get back to it. So I feel like you've suffered some kind of a recent financial downturn, but there's a need to go back to what it is that you really know, right? Because the salmon are swimming upstream, so there's obstacles. Many of the salmon will not make it. They either don't have the strength to make it, or they die on the rocks, or the bears get them, or whatever. So there's a lot of obstacles to get to where you're going, and you're swimming upstream, and this is creating a lot of anxiety. And so I feel like you feel like this wheel isn't turning, it's just sitting there. And how do I make it move? How do I get it to go? How do I get what I need? Because everything feels like it's really blocked, and you need to open up these temple gates. But you can't open up the temple gates without getting in touch with your intuition. This is a dead deer head here. It's not alive. It's not tuned in. You are being asked to go within, to meet yourself, your higher self within, and decide what it is, the clarity. He said it using the sextant there to navigate by the stars, the hopes and the wishes. It's almost like you're afraid to wish, you're afraid to hope, you're afraid to go after what it is you want, you're afraid to look for that new beginning and the opportunities that are available to you. But this is an opportunity to really grow, to have a breakthrough. In the area of finances in the future, we have the scythe. And the scythe is a quick change. It's the harvesting. It's the harvesting of the seeds that you have planted. It is a change in the financial situation. So when things are frozen and stagnant, when you get a change, then I would say that's a good thing. Sometimes if you're sitting in abundance and you get this quick change, then it's like maybe not such a great thing. But that's not the way this is feeling. I feel like that you've been trying to figure out how to get some stability. We have the anchor here in the area of obstacles in the mountains, and we have the anchor. And so either you've been stuck in a situation where you felt stagnant and you couldn't advance. Maybe you have a job where you can't advance anymore. The opportunities haven't been there, so you've been feeling like I can't. Maybe you work for a family-run company and you're not family, so there's no way you're ever going to be in management, right? Or maybe you work in a essential worker position, which they pay like crap for, and you're like, okay, but I'm stuck here because the only jobs available right now in the area are essential workers. So if I leave here, I end up somewhere else. The same thing. Like, they feel like there's this feeling of being stuck and stagnant. Like, I can't break through. I can't open up the door, the gate to get into the fortress to transform my life. It's shut. It feels like glass ceiling kind of energy around the situation, and so you've been feeling stuck and stagnant. And you are being asked to, in the area of what do you want, is to set your sights higher. To decide and be determined, to determine with clarity what it is that you really want. We have a new moon coming up, a new moon eclipse, and there's one right there, a new moon coming in on June 10th. And so for you, Aries, this is in the house of communication if you're an Aries rising, but it could be anywhere in your chart. It doesn't really matter. When it's an eclipse energy like that, it is ruled by the Gemini energy. So no matter where it falls in your chart, it's still about new beginnings that will be brought about through communication. There is a need for you to sing out your song, to attract to you what you want, by not being afraid to put your crown on and sing your song. Not being afraid to be the squeaky wheel that gets the oil, right? The unknown bird with the annoying repetitive call. Maybe, and this is about disciplined repetitive action. So maybe, you've been on the job search, but you haven't been following up, or you haven't been taking the necessary steps along the way. To not get slid to the bottom of the pile. Because here, in the outcome action, you are standing in your power. You are confident, and you are armed and dangerous, I just heard. And so I feel like once you decide what it is that you really want, that's when you create the change. And in the heart space, we have a lot of healing happening here with the lilies there. And so there is a healing of a disappointment, of a situation that is something's healing around the heart space that makes you feel better. I think you need the clarity. And so this time of with quiet and pulling within and looking to see what's really important to you, what is this tower? And tower in Lenormand is it's the job, it's the authority, it's the higher vantage point. But this looks to me like blocked intuition. And so unlocking your intuition by asking for what it is that you want will move you in the direction that you want to go. Will allow you to swim upstream if you have to, but he's sailing. I think once you have the clarity, you no longer feel like you're swimming upstream to get what you want, but instead you can unfurl the sails and move in the direction you want to go. Communication is going to be the key. You have to communicate freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. Are you singing your song? Are you being the repetitive, annoying voice? Are you asking for what you want so that you can get it? Are you standing in your own personal power so that you can collect and have, this energy of getting what you need in cooperation with others, the things that you desire, that you need and you desire? Oh, okay, a little more help on that. Okay, so you got all the glitters. So this is be careful of the get rich quick schemes. This is be careful of if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. This is be careful of false masks that other people wear and also the ones that you wear. And so this is, again, I communicate from the depths of my being. I'm not pretending or anything. I'm being truly honest about what it is that I bring to the table, whether this is in business or personal relationships. Okay, I really, the mending heart here makes me feel like there could be some relationship around this, but mostly this just feels like it could be in any aspect of your life. Whether it's a new community or relationship or finances, there's a need for you to step into your power, to go from being the small child to being strong, being the warrior, right? So to clarify all the glitters, we have exchanging gifts, mending, and a new life. And so I feel like either there was a job ending, a relationship that ended. There was something that was not in balance. When I see this, it makes me think of the Six of Pentacles, only there's really only 5 eggs, so it feels still like the 5 of Pentacles working toward that balance of the 6 of Pentacles energy. And so being very clear about what it is you want, being willing to adapt and change and move and pull up your anchor, make the quick change, and go for what you need. We have mending and we have the healing heart here. And so there is a situation, whether you lost your job, you lost a relationship, it feels very career oriented though. Something about it, you lost your confidence, and the daisies remind you to be open and smiley and happy and speak your truth and reach out to the world. So you have here the power of divine grace is within you. This is you believing in you. This is you knowing with clarity what it is that you want, and you standing in your own superpower. But you also have the parrot. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are. You know, it doesn't matter what they think you are. You tell the world who you are. You speak your truth. You put it out there. You claim your divine right to be who you are, to go for what you want, and be willing to state with clarity what it is that you're trying to bring into your world right now. This new moon in Gemini eclipse is going to be a truth revealer. Lies are going to come out. Truths are going to come out. There's a lot of energy around it that's going to do that. And communication will be key. So don't be afraid to be that annoying voice that means that people have to. Wow, look at all these cards. Okay, and pay attention to the details. Because when I picked up that stack, 2 were over here, 1 was over there. I didn't have everything I needed. So be sure to gather your resources and to attract to you what it is that you need. Okay. And get out in nature. Again, okay, so this one says get your compass, adventure is yours, get out of the city and enjoy the outdoors. But the fact that it says get your compass, adventure is yours, and we've got this guy with his sextant. It's not a compass, but he's navigating by the stars. Get out your compass, adventure is yours. Know what it is you want. Be willing to make the adjustments to go after what you want. Be willing to tell people what you want so that you get some help along the way. So I communicate clearly from the depths of my being. Okay? So stand up for yourself, say what you need, ask for what you need, and be willing to show up for yourself on a very consistent, regular basis. All right? And, step into your power. Right? Okay, you guys take good care. I am doing the Ascended Masters series. A couple of them are out with the names of different signs on them, but they were really for that part of your chart. And so I think I'm just going to start calling it the Ascended Master series, because there is messages in these channelings from these Ascended Masters that are helpful for everyone. So a couple of them are already out. One's titled Aquarius, another one is titled Capricorn, and then I've got Commander Ashtar coming next. So he's a big energy. The channeling was draining, and I need some time to record that when I can be drained afterwards and relax. So I think I'm going to do that on Sunday, so it should be coming out within the next few days. All right, you guys take good care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon.